Welcome back to the Carla Crusher channel. I'm here with Gage and we're actually following the clues off of a video that I filmed a couple of months ago or about a month ago on the Anasazi Trail, where I filmed some really strange petroglyphs that seem to all point up this mysterious canyon. And so today we're going to begin the investigation up this strange canyon to see what we find. Really quick, just as a recap, to show you the clues, here are some highlights from that last video to bring you up to speed. Look at all of this stuff. I mean, we've got petroglyphs that people have been mystified by and their meaning for the longest time. It obviously has something to do with the stars and astronomy, but they all depict these beings or entities. Like this looks like a person, some sort of an entity with a belly. They have this one that's got like stuff above its head up here, or that's a different figure as well. I don't know. It's a really strange mystery, but when you look at the ones up here, you also have what looks like a ship like this, but with entities on the inside. Look at that. 4, 5. Why are the feet turned inward? There's these spikes coming off of the side. It's all very mysterious. Then you've got this as well, which is symbolic a lot of times of just arms upraised to the heavens. And then this swirl, which I think is pointing right to that canyon in the distance. And so one of these days, what do you guys think? Now that looks like it lines up the top of the rocks with the canyon right there in the distance. Don't you see? It's like Goonies, right? Matching it up like a map. See that? And that swirl is pointing up to the top of that canyon. And so one of these days, we're gonna have to see if we can find our way up there. If you imagine a long time ago, thousands of years ago, that all of this was underwater, instead of being a dried up desert creek, this would have been like almost like a fjord underwater, maybe even 300 feet of water. And all of those petroglyphs and carvings back on the Anasazi Trail, straight behind me, seem to point towards something maybe hidden up this canyon. Maybe it was access to more water, maybe it was a cache, maybe a dwelling site, but there's a lot of interesting clues up here, but something really caught our eye. Gage noticed this really interesting looking rock.
There's one right up there you see along the ridge line. There are 2 flat faces and then like an egg-shaped rock that looks like it's been broken in half.
Look at this, yeah. This whole ridge line right along there. You've got all of this stuff with that egg-shaped looking split rock on the right and that whole cliff face.
So we were thinking maybe if people back in those older times were sailing down this river and boating down, that ridge line up there would be like a good high point to get a good 360 view of the entire canyon here, this entire area.
So if you saw somebody coming and you were on lookout over there on the Anasazi Trail, you would light like a smoke signal or a bonfire, and you'd want to alert your family and the people and the rest of your tribe hiding up in this canyon. So it makes sense that this very first ridge line would have that point of view and that line of sight to be able to see when the signals came. So instead of just first going clear back into the canyon to see what's up there, we're going to go up and see if we can find evidence of a lookout. What that actually means is that we're going to be scaling about a 500-foot straight up ridge line. We're going to be trying to inch our way up this little boulder patch, looking for pottery shards and different things until we get to the big egg rock and see what we find. This is one of those days where we really don't have anything to go off of except for our instincts, the clues on the other trail, and we're just going to see what we can find. We may not find anything. There may not be any carvings, petroglyphs, or evidence at all, but our intuition is screaming at us that if there was going to be a lookout or people watching for clues of anybody approaching, they would want that good view of the whole valley and this whole region. And man, that would be a sweet spot. You can see those above the housing on the plateau right there is where the petroglyphs are for the Anasazi Trail. And check it out, this is how high up we are, and we found some stacked rocks on this boulder clear up here on this ridge, and this is the canyon and where everything points clear back there. So my concern, and what Gage and I are noticing the higher that we climb up here, is that this is probably just waterfall runoff. Look at this, you've got a bunch of worn off river rock and everything, sandstone all cleared off from when it rains. the water coalesces off this canyon wall and comes down here and joins the creek below. So it makes me wonder if this is way up too high for any kind of a dwelling site, and if we're looking in the wrong spot, if we need to go back there further. But we're already up this high, and I kind of want to keep going up there and look just in case, because we found evidence of people being here before. You don't know if this is somebody modern coming and doing this, but I'm trying to imagine the ancient water levels and where they would have gone and use common sense. This area would have been above water. That little hill would have been the Anasazi Trail, and those cliff faces back there. But we're actually way above the primitive water line even right now. This might be a little bit disappointing today because we climbed all the way up here, but honestly, for safety reasons, the temperature has just shifted. It has gotten freezing cold, hard to even feel our hands, and we still have like another, I don't know, 400 yards of straight up rock crawling to get all the way up there, and I don't even think it's an actual dwelling site. I think it's a waterfall runoff. I'm scanning all along that cliff face up there. It looks just weather worn and water worn. I don't see any indication of petroglyphs. All I know is I can't hardly close my hands. It's so freaking cold right now.
It's getting super cold.
I think we're going to be at risk if we keep climbing up here, especially because it looks like rain clouds and this is not very safe. So we're going to pack it in and climb back down. We decided to venture further up the creek bed into the canyon and follow the clues rather than to bail out. That cliff face that we were hiking was just too cold. The wind was whipping, couldn't feel my hands, and looking through the scope, couldn't see anything with the little monocular. No petroglyphs or anything up on the ridge. I think it was just a washout. So we're down in the bottom of this creek run and we're clear back up on the red cliffs now. We're gonna climb up and start looking around. This whole place is so primitive and crazy. Doesn't it make you feel like you're a tiny little ant down in here?
Yeah, it's weird.
We've been hiking down this little slot ravine, looking up along the cliffs for any kind of signs. They definitely would have come through here, but we got to get out of this and up to the sides so that we can see the cliff faces still.
Yeah.
We are way back in the belly of this canyon now, trying to find any kind of clues, petroglyphs and stuff, dwelling sites. We know that they had to have been up here.
And we know that there's a shelf right above us. There's a flat spot and we're trying to hike our way up there.
Yeah, we're scrambling around trying to look for any dwelling spots or things off trail because it looks like most people just hike down in the bottom of the little creek. And we know the big secret that the water levels were higher back then, right?
Right.
It's absolutely impossible to try and capture the immensity and the scale.
It is massive. I'm tempted to just climb up the rocks there and just give you like a sense of perspective.
You should just
of how absolutely massive.
Okay, get a
rock faces.
Yeah, we're right here, so Gage is gonna crawl up there on those boulders, and you'll get a sense. Like, I think from right here to the top has got to be over 800 to 1,000 feet. I think for real, halfway up is probably over 500 feet, and there's a huge ledge that you can't even see on camera because it's like an illusion. But
like, just imagining people back in the day, like pioneers climbing through here.
Oh, the native,
and then the natives are hidden up along that ledge, and then they're throwing spears down.
I don't know.
And like even just rocks.
The Utes, the Paiutes, the Anasazi, they would have all like ran around in these canyons and lived.
Crazy.
You can see where the vegetation line is up there. There could be anything up there where they lived up there. And then, so what we're gonna do right now is hike along this cliff face and back this way and look for any dwelling sites, petroglyphs, or anything like that. But this place is just mind-blowing. Okay, Gage, you gonna scramble up there so everybody can see?
I'm gonna get it as far as I can, and I'll let you know if I'm close to the wall there.
I can't, I've got my selfie stick completely extended and you can't get everything in the shot. It's so huge. It's really cool up here, man. Can you kind of get an idea now? I mean, there's Gage. He's this,
I'm not even halfway up there.
you're barely right there.
Solid.
Dude,
100 yards up
the,
to climb.
the echo, just yell something real loud.
Hello!
Holy smokes! Woo! That is so crazy. If you did live back here, you'd have to whisper like a mouse, or everybody for miles would know that you're here. Like, that is so crazy. Echo! It's like, that is nuts. Messing around here, Gage just felt some raindrops fall, and there is some
I've been seeing them.
Clouds coming and dropping a little bit of rain on us. So we don't want to get stranded up on the wrong side of this ravine behind us. So we're going to hurry and look for petroglyphs along this cliff face, cross the creek to get on the safe side so we don't get caught in any runoff or monsoons. See what we find. You finding anything over there? We've been exploring the crevices. Found a big stick. There's these like big entrances and slot canyons and caves and weird stuff. That looks pretty cool stick. That looks pretty awesome actually. All right, so we're still looking along here. There's lots of cool little spots that you have to imagine would have been places where they could have hid out from under the rain, but also very dangerous. You've got big rock falls and boulder slides all over. So we're gonna keep exploring, but we're starting to get a little bit of rain and snow. It definitely feels like we're at least at the right level. It could be up higher, up on a higher cliff face. But these kind of sunburnt sandstone flat walls, they loved to carve into those. And so I feel like we're on the right track. And also, every time I seem to get close to finding something I've never discovered,
those ravens.
A raven shows up. Yeah, Gage knows.
Yeah, I know. I've heard it before.
Whenever
we were up in the other canyon with Luke and Kyle too, our last hike.
Yeah.
I heard a raven while you and Luke were up at the petroglyphs.
As soon as I get right where petroglyphs are, or an ancient dwelling site,
get closer. It's like almost we're being signaled by Odin or something. Like
something primitive kicks in. There's like, a raven shows up and starts squawking, almost like, I don't know, a clue, some sort of a spiritual omen that we're about to discover something. Feels like some Indiana Jones or Goonies adventure hiking around back here, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Holy smokes! Wow, look at this place. I am feeling wonderment right now. Look at this place.
Like Gandalf.
Look at this place. What? Wow. There's caves. Oh my gosh, it's endless out here, dude. It just keeps going. The camera just does not even do it justice. The scale of this place, these cliff walls and sandstone petrification features. That was the dumbest way of saying that ever. Right? Petrification features? Look at all these cubbies. Little spots back in here. Wow. You have to imagine there's larger versions of this, just like the sand caves that could be hidden all around back up in here as little caches, hiding spots, dwelling places. Man, that's endless. Gage.
Just started making.
Oh,
Find something?
dude. I don't know how ancient this is or if this is like modern people, but what the heck, dude?
What in the world?
It's like stacked up rocks like a cave dwelling.
Summoning my inner mountain goat.
Yeah.
Climb up here.
Don't touch any of the rocks. If you find any artifacts or anything, leave them completely alone. This does look like modern people have come up here, like college kids and hikers and stuff have come and stacked all these up. But we want to be really careful and respectful.
Just in case.
Just in case this is a primitive dwelling site.
It goes back about 10 feet, it looks like.
Dude, yell and
Charred wood.
make an echo right there.
Make an echo?
Yeah.
Hello!
Yo!
That's crazy.
Hey! What the heck?
That is nuts.
There is a campfire spot right there.
Yes. There is, looks to be charred wood there. There's some dry sticks. I'm not sure exactly how old it is, but without stepping in here, I can also see, looks like there's almost like a natural chimney.
Oh yeah, there is. It goes all the way up, so you could totally put a fire right there.
Like this.
Natural chimney going up. Wow, that is really cool. You could hide from the rain right there, totally.
Hide in the rain. This would be the perfect shelter if we get trapped up in
Is there anything else back up in there if you go look around?
There's nothing interesting.
Yeah. We're gonna metal detect it and see if we can find anything.
All right.
Go for it, Gage.
Okay, I'm just gonna quickly scan. Oh, that's my phone. I'm gonna quickly scan over, being very careful not to touch anything in case this is really old.
Gage is running the metal detector in there. We're gonna look, see if there's any, like a coin or any kind of artifact that was dropped that's metal.
Oh,
Ooh, did you get a signal? Something beeped right there, dude.
I did.
That was a pretty clear signal too.
It was.
Oh, there you go, dude. Dude, I want to climb up there, but I don't want us both stuck. I need to be able to help get you down. What is it?
It's still down in there. What is that?
Ooh,
What the heck is that?
what is it?
It's just like,
It's got to be there. I also have an EMF detector to test the electromagnetic waves and frequency of this little pocket to see.
oh, I found it.
What is it?
The can lid.
Oh, it is like a pop top. Somebody came up here and ate some soup on the campfire.
Looks like someone had a camping trip
Well,
up here. I'll double check.
Yeah, one of the big things that we also do in these ancient sites is we clean up a lot of litter. Dude, why is that going off?
I don't know.
Hold it straight
I
up.
was just,
Why is that going off? Here,
it just
set,
stopped.
set that lid down. You don't have any rings on?
No,
You don't have
here,
any metal? Clean all your pockets out. Dude, that was bizarre, man.
What?
The
Mid-air, it was going off.
the metal detector just started sounding off for no reason. I tried to catch it on camera there, but he was just standing there talking.
I think you got it for a second.
I think I
something
did.
Like that. Hopefully you did.
I
It's
brought
just
my
like-
I brought my
I was
EMF meter. I'm gonna check the electromagnetic waves.
Yeah, I
because
was
this
just poking up around here, and then I held it up, and it started going off. And I was trying to see what it was, but there was nothing. Like, it was going off, and I was pointing it up at the ceiling, and it was still going off.
yeah, and it started beeping for no reason. It keeps every time I stop filming, it does it.
Hold on, if I point it away, I feel like a wizard or something with a wand.
try.
Exposo. Show yourself, ghost. Are you doing this?
No, I don't know. I'm not doing anything, man. I'm trying to see if it'll go.
See if I get in a different spot. If I get really close to this wall here,
Every time we get back in these places, weird paranormal stuff starts happening. Okay, I've got the tri-field meter out. And you can see it's at a flat 0, am I right?
Yes.
So if I put my hand over it like this,
Then it goes up.
it spikes with my own electromagnetic frequency that my body's putting off. So hold it from the bottom and walk around the cave and we'll see if you can hit one of those hot spots.
Okay.
So if you can find a signal, just try to follow it like a game of hot and cold. Red light, green light, you know?
Right.
And when you see it go up, just hold still. See if we find these peaks.
Whew. Trying to keep my balance in here. That was so strange.
Without a doubt, we barely scratched the surface of this canyon.
Massive.
I mean, what the heck? The amount of sound, auditory stuff going on back in here is crazy. There's so many different cracks and splits and weird caves and pockets to explore, but the weather is starting to turn on us. We keep getting these really cold bursts of wind and little rain showers that are coming down. It just doesn't feel safe to stay up here in the canyon, so we're gonna hike out of here, but it bears investigating. We've got to come back. We're gonna shoot straight up the canyon in one of the future videos and look for petroglyphs, caves, and more evidence up here, because clearly those markings back at the Anasazi Trail point to this canyon. So either there's something hidden up here that we're missing. We need to come back here on a day where there's better weather and keep exploring. I can already see all the way back up there. There's like more and more caves and pockets and little coves. So many little hidey holes and places to put like a little cache of treasure or a tomb or anything like that. So we're gonna come back up here and explore some more. We still have to go back over to the other spot and explore up that other canyon. There's so many clues to follow around this region. It's like never ending, take your pick. So if you guys are interested in all this and you wanna follow more and see more of what we're up to, make sure and subscribe and turn on notifications. I'm posting a lot, even on TikTok and on Instagram, all over the place, and I'd love to see you there. So make sure and subscribe, turn on notifications, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Bye.